Well, it would seem as though there is quite a bizarre sort of thing taking place with a copycatting for running some sort of coping mechanism to get people weaned off of Western franchises. Now, when looking into this from a critical standpoint of, thank you, um, this is my French toast, my Burger King. By the way, they have ghost peppers on their buns, just like the new Russian place. Wink, wink. Anyways, how and why ultimately one imitates and uh, uh, these sorts of things in respect to what they did um, has a lot of things to go along with it. It's sort of like spreading Jesus uh, without being in on the Christian thing through music, if you will, and getting into that profiteering stream. Okay, I'll be right up. And it is interesting to me how, when it all comes down to it, these people are about to be stuck in a conversation which proves they have little to no consideration for the everyday person in any way, shape, or form, and are totally impressed by only helping and engaging people with such omnipotent wealth. They might as well be on a communist stream of logic because they're so big. I don't see communism and capitalism as competitive things. I see them as leagues based on how much you have and how much you have to oversee and govern. Monopoly is what a communist seeks to do. So, what does this mean? What do we say? What can we do? Well, I have a secret invasion method, which I believe would work rather well. For your consideration, nobody tell Vladimir Putin about this for the Mexican sake. But Mexican restaurants have been hubs for underground revolutions since the beginning of God knows when. And frankly, if we could get uh, a dependency on authentic home cooked mom and pop tacos in Russia and figure out how to get a underground over there, untappable by this sort of macro managed mirror taking place because of how Crimea turned out. Um, a method under which ultimately one starts to see where and how the restaurant fundamentally used to be a critical community source, similar to a church, in keeping the community as one and keeping crime fighting and people in need in consideration, place of feeding. So ultimately, uh, what do I think? I think this does sound fun though. If I were a communist and I just could like overraid, just take everyone's tools, make my own clever little catch on everything, and do everything my own way, like I could come up with so many good ideas all at once. It would be insane. I could literally take over the world with Russian fakes. counterfeits, which aren't really counterfeits, just me upgrading everything and taking a huge risk with all these corporations' coattails.